What's up, Starcraft fans? It was brought to my attention a couple of months ago that apparently there's a bug on Oblivion Express. So, Vorazun's second prestige, Withering Siphon, has a special trick that she can do to effectively destroy all the trains without actually attacking them. So, Withering Siphon will make the crowd control spells of Vorazun's units deal damage over time. But more importantly, it will allow her Shadow Guard to target the trains themselves with Void Stasis. And what that will do is it will freeze a single car in place while the rest of the trains move along the path. And what happens is, if that car that is stasis is not at the last car by the time it goes to the exit, it will kill the whole train. Let me reiterate that. If you can stasis a car that is neither the first nor the last 4 cars, so the middle cars, not the first, not the last 4, the middle cars. If you stasis them, they'll freeze in place, they'll move back along the train, and by the time it reaches the exit, it will cause a desync issue with the train and will destroy it upon reaching the exit without us touching it otherwise. So, I want to actually showcase how it works. I'll use Dark Pylon range. My masteries don't matter. I'll use Dark Pylon range because I like how cool it looks. Black Hole duration is stronger though. I'll use Shadow Guard duration so I can burst down my allies' rocks. I don't know. Actually, might as well go time stop speed increase. Well, I can really help my ally during the time stop. And finally, Spear of Adun energy. This will allow me to use more spells. So my ally, Nostrabo, will be playing as Raynor. Thank you to Legendary Sinner, who is supporting me at the immobilization rate here. Queen Veteran, Carrion Queen, and Darth Lixnix and Shadow Archon, who are supporting me in the Pulse Cannon tier. Thank you to all my supporters on Patreon. So, yes, I'll be doing Dark Templar and Corsair, but I will mostly be ignoring the trains. We will take care of the map, of course. We'll clear out all the things, but the trains themselves we will mostly ignore, which is a bit strange to say because the main objective of this map, of course, is to destroy the trains.
We don't have enough.
Good luck, everyone, to my ally.
Glad you're here. Need a little help fulfilling a contract. Aim on shipping some nasty
Enemy
tech
is
on
not
board
Zerg.
these trains.
If the enemy is Zerg, you will
My
see the
job
creep
is to
immediately
torture
at the side of
but my
the
guys
side
are
of
late
the
to the
visible
party.
area of the
Now,
minimap.
I'm thinking
It will
you'd like
appear
to see
immediately
those trains
here
go
on
up
the
in
east
smoke,
side.
too.
But since it's not, we can safely assume that it's either Terran or Protoss. So let's actually start with the first. Later on, guys, I will show a way to complete this whole map with all bonus objectives without killing any units. This is first the default loadout. It's easier to do because it works against any enemy composition. It works against anyone, any enemy composition. But the pacifist run that I'll show you later is going to be trickier. So do stick around for that. I will let you know what you need for that and how it works. But yeah, again, guys, you may not void stasis the first train or the last 4 trains, but any car in the middle is good. The reason is, if one of the last 4 cars gets stasis, the bug will not work.
That can't work without a power field.
Because it requires that the car stasis will not end up at the rear of the train. And we want to not stasis the first car, because if the first car is stasis, the rest of the attack wave will come back and attack our base. But if we don't stasis the first car, the attack wave will assume that the train is destroyed, and it will actually the attack wave will despawn. I will show you later. My ally can save up some scans. Ooh, Rough Rider, nice. Can you save a couple scans later? Right. Then... Okay. Ally's cool with it. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. Now saturate this this base. Oh wait. Oh.
We're done with the research.
The enemy is Protoss. Be wary.
Okay.
Time stop available.
Our foes are headed for
Right.
us. Be ready to defend.
Get over here. Enemy's Protoss, that's nice. That means it's not Terran. It's so nice. Not fight Terran. It's actually so nice. Okay, this is Ground Protoss Classic.
Upgrade is ready for you.
Attack our enemies while
Okay.
time is distorted.
You thought, Amon. You thought. Not allowed. That's illegal. Okay. So I will get this. Okay. Mid until the
Allied forces are under attack.
Shadow Guard ready again. So what we want to do here is use the Shadow Guard. I haven't tested it for sure on the regular Dark Templar, but I actually use the Shadow Guard for this trick.
That'll
Show you
cost
guys
more
later.
minerals.
First train's departing. Your objective is to destroy
Okay.
it before it escapes.
We're on the clock here, people.
Alice is trying
Take
this
that
stuff.
thing out.
Good. Right. We'll go to 12 river saturation. That's fine. And let's produce these. Cool. Alright, guys. Shadow Guard's almost ready. Okay,
You
here's
best
what
get
we'll do.
ready. Enemies headed for our base.
Get a Shadow Guard.
Hyperion's
then
on its way.
Allied
Use
forces are
a
under
voice
attack.
stasis or one of the traits. Again, not the first car or the last 4 cars, but any car in the middle is
Gunning for our kill.
fair game. So we will let that attack wave pass through. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We ignore that train. I think my
Our
allies saw
allied
it.
base is under attack.
They are.
Allied
Oh, they have
forces are under
detection.
attack.
That's interesting. That's a bit unfortunate, but it's fine. Okay.
Upgrade complete.
Get a couple more of these. Oh, there we go. All right, so we are letting that car pass through.
Upgrade.
It is fine, but the attack waves we will have to destroy. So yeah, delete those. There we go. All right.
Main objective escaping.
All right, we will let that through.
It is a good day, Zutsai.
I'll ask my ally to scan that area later. You guys will see the hilarity. Okay.
We're done with the research.
All right. Shadow Furry is done. Okay. Train is getting there. Scan,
Incoming
please.
train. Do whatever it takes to derail it.
So once this car reaches here,
Time stop online.
it will
It is a good day.
actually, yeah, this car. Once this car reaches here, it will actually destroy that train. And look, all the enemies will despawn upon hitting the exit.
Right on.
That's how this bug works. So now you guys know the plan. I will just do that for the rest of the game.
Construct additional pylons.
Anyway,
Shadow Guard ready for
I only need to get one stasis across. I can just walk this guy here. And yeah, stasis the second car, and we're good to go. Okay. Guess I just spam more pylons or something. Yeah. Get
Upgrade.
more
More
dudes.
minerals. Can't work that in.
Cool. Let's just get. We should probably start moving to attack the enemy base. Because yeah, why not?
Allied forces are
Why
under
not?
attack. Upgrade is ready for you.
Allies making
Enemy's
siege
attack
tanks.
will be upon us soon.
I'll be able to hold that.
Under attack.
Okay, we'll time it. We'll time it such that we will attack into the enemy base to clear that out. And
Allied forces are under attack.
allies fighting that. That might be the black hole or two, but ooh, ally does need help. Okay, never mind. He has the dudes.
That's gonna
He has the
require
dudes,
more
guys.
gas.
A main objective has nearly escaped.
Alright. Ooh. That's some ally need help. Yaku's ally.
Allied forces are under attack.
Alright. I'll help my ally.
I am disrupting time now.
Okay.
Be ready to attack.
I'll show you guys again what happens.
That's gonna require more gas.
Cool. My ally scan? Do you have scans? Scan, please.
Objective destroyed.
Ah, didn't quite see
You
it.
ain't going anywhere.
But yeah, same thing happened basically. The game registered some kind of error.
That cargo doesn't get delivered.
Actually, I should probably just retreat. Yeah, just retreat. Don't really need to expose myself at all.
We need
Okay,
more Vespine.
more Vespine. Fine. Okay, I'll just run back to the base. Yeah, my ally has medics. Let him heal. Okay. Again, I'll just stasis the car. There we go. And run back.
Not
Oh, I should get the distraction
gonna
web.
require more gas.
Seems pretty important. All right. Get some pylons down here.
Trains on that bottom track are faster than the others. You can try
Cool,
and stop
cool,
them,
cool.
but you gotta be quick.
All right.
That's gonna require more gas.
Actually, same trick works for the same trick works for the bonus train.
Enemy is en route to our base.
Let me see if I can show you guys.
Vorazun,
Not sure if
ignite
it'll
your
reach
blades.
because they're close to timing out. Yeah. Ooh, didn't quite reach it.
Allied
Oh
forces
well.
are under attack.
I guess we can fight. I guess we can fight this the normal way.
Don't warp that
The
in.
normal way. Ugh, normal way. Yeah, we'll delete this.
Upgrade is ready for use.
I'll see if I can get it later, but
Allied
Okay.
forces are under attack.
all right. Let me help out an ally. Go. Those
From the shadows,
more dudes here.
a main objective has nearly escaped.
All right.
Not enough Vespine.
Clean this up.
From the shadows, I come.
Right. Get +3 or not. We
That's
don't
gonna
have the
require
gas.
more gas.
We don't have the gas.
We need more Vespine.
250. That's
It's a good
expensive.
day, Sunsai.
That's gonna
That's
require more
Vorazun is so
gas.
gas starved, man.
Trains are leaving both stations at once.
He's so gas
I guess
starved.
they're trying to stay on schedule.
All right.
I bask in the twilight.
So, I will use Shadow Guard for 2 trains. It works. It works on both trains,
A
guys.
main objective has been
Yeah,
destroyed.
look at that. So the enemy will run to this
that
spot and
is
they
how
will
you do
despawn.
it.
They will not run back to our base. That's why you don't stasis the first car. If you stasis the first car, that attack wave will run back to me. And oh. Okay, that's how you play, huh? Play. Right.
Temporal anomaly established. Strike now,
Okay.
warriors.
Stasis this car. And then this guy run here. Stasis this car. And run back. Nice. That's all we
Looks
need.
like cloaked units. We're gonna need some detection out here. I'm
Okay.
detecting an enemy attack. They're
Attack
heading
wave
towards us
inbound.
now.
And Ali's making some attacks over here. That's good. Okay.
Calling down the Hyperion.
Ali's fighting this.
Allied forces are under attack.
I just remembered that
Our allied base is under
this
attack.
prestige has its attack wave shrunk by half. That's why I'm not killing them fast enough. That's pretty funny.
need
We
more
will
Vespine.
still kill them, but it's much less effective with
Our
this
allied
prestige.
base is under attack.
Because
One
it
of our
is actually
pylons
much
is under
weaker
enemy fire.
than the normal loadout. If you don't factor in the cheese factor.
Main objective escaping.
If you added a cheese factor, it's really funny. This
Main
prestige is
objective
hilarious.
escaping.
Okay. Okay. I can scan here. Once it's ready at least. It's not yet ready. Okay. Yeah, it's this car. It's this car. That's out of position.
It is a good day.
Once this goes here, goes kaboom.
Looks like we're making good progress.
Ally
We've
scans
knocked over
here.
roughly half their
This is the
shipment.
car. This is the car that will desync the whole train, and it will go kaboom also.
Looks like we've got another shipment leaving the station. Let's cause some delays.
Oh, I love this bug.
Main
This
objective
bug is
destroyed.
hilarious.
Well done. It
We
has
will need
fallen.
to. I think we will need to snipe the arbiter that is keeping those things alive.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, recently recalled. Recently death recalled. That's gonna make it a bit risky for my army to be out here. Okay. I think there's also gonna be a little camp here. Yeah, there is gonna be a camp here. Oh, oh! Look at that. An invisible man. See if I can. Okay, it's not cloaked. That's good.
Prepare yourselves. The enemy is inbound
Okay.
on our base.
Go back here.
Not enough Vespene.
Wave going there. Nice. Good job, my ally. Nicely taken care of. By the way, the invincible banshees bug still works. look at my ally's dusk is just not dying. That is
Allied
pretty funny.
forces are under attack.
Not gonna lie, that's pretty funny.
What would you
Alright, let's get ready to
Hook that in.
I don't know, do our thing. This side of the
Our
map.
allies' base is under attack.
Okay.
Allied forces are under attack.
Go go go.
Allied forces are under attack.
Stop.
In time now.
Okay, just do our thing. Charge into here.
We need more Vespene. Not enough Vespene.
Alright, let's move up.
A main objective has nearly
Alright.
escaped.
Our allied base
Smash
is
this whole
under
base.
attack.
Our control is so good. The distraction is basically a storm. It's pretty effective, I would say. Okay, just keep this area
Main
clean.
objective has been destroyed.
Right?
You cannot flee from what you cannot see.
So build more of these things.
That's gonna require more gas.
Alright. They're trying to take this. It's not allowed. That's illegal, sir. They're just gonna trickle in free units all over. But that's not a good thing. Okay. Okay. Sure. Safe. Okay, do they have an arbiter here? No, they do not. Nice. Okay. Switch off.
The enemy moves
Autocast.
against our base. Show them the folly
Okay.
of their ways.
Now the other one. Alright.
Client's willing to pay extra if you take out the train
Is
from the
this?
bottom track. You take him out, Amon's mad,
Hey.
and I'm happy. Win-win.
I gotta get to the bottom train.
Our allies' base is under attack.
I'm calling in the Hyperion.
Okay. I gotta get to the bottom train.
Allied forces are under attack. Our
On
allied base is
reach.
under attack.
Reach for it. Ah, didn't quite make it. No. Ah, rip.
One of our pylons is
We'll
under
have to let
enemy
that one
fire.
go.
Our supply is capped out.
Oh wait, I gotta recall here, don't I? Oh, they destroyed my Pylon. That's not good.
Our allied base
not
is
good.
under attack. Allied forces are under attack.
My core searcher is so weak. Don't do anything. Oh man. Core searcher is so pathetic.
Main objective
Can my
has
ally
nearly
destroy this?
escaped.
Other train. I couldn't quite reach there with the other Dark Templar, which is unfortunate. Maybe I should have pre-placed something there. I don't know.
The enemy moves against our base.
All right.
Show them the folly of their ways.
Okay. All right. Here's the plan,
Train
guys.
to catch, commanders. Don't want to
Here's
miss
the
it,
plan.
do you?
We're gonna run over here. I think they have servers. Or
Main objective destroyed.
yeah.
Looks like
Look at
this
that.
is your stop.
We're just. Okay. Here's the plan.
Allied
Here's the plan.
forces
Here's
are
the plan.
under attack. Our allied
Activating
base is
time
under
stop.
attack.
Run over here.
Attack when you are ready.
Run over here. Get the stinger. Oh, it's already exiting. It's already exiting.
Guard available.
Ah, it's not a good time.
A main objective has been destroyed.
Oh, we're not gonna get this.
None slip through the fingers of the
Well,
Nerazine.
didn't quite get the bonus.
Allied forces are under attack.
Oh well, we just have to wait until we have enough energy. And then we'll use another Shadow Guard to get this train.
We're at
Just
maximum
max out.
supply.
Just max out. Alright.
From the shadows I come.
Okay. Faces this. Then run out.
Allied base is under attack.
Alright, just push into here. I don't
Under
know.
attack.
Yeah, just push into here. Just clean that thing. Yeah, we have desync this car. It will now also
One of our
get
pylons
destroyed
under enemy fire.
when I
Allied forces are under attack.
when the train rather goes
Our
to
allied base is under attack.
this exit, which by the way I should probably get out of the way for this one.
Main objective escaping.
Okay,
I reckon they're running out of hardware
okay,
to ship.
there we go. Now we're out of the
Got
way.
'em, Commanders.
Now we are out of the way.
Allied base is
This is
under
good.
attack. Allied forces
Also, I
are
should
under
probably
attack.
get myself unsupply blocked or remax. That's a term. Words are hard, guys. Okay. I guess I can just watch this. Yeah, just hold position. Yeah, what did we? That's funny. That's
They
funny.
could no more of it
So that's how that
than
bug
their
works,
own
guys.
Shadow.
As I promised, I will show you a game
Got my thanks,
where
Commanders,
the enemy
but,
is
not my
just
kind.
allowed to pass through completely unharmed, but they will lose all their trains. Let's check out the score screen first on this one. And confirm that we basically did 0 damage to trains. 50-50, that's nice. That's nice. Oh. Weird. Probably interceptors. But yeah, damage dealt to trains. This normally adds up to about 150,000 or something. No, 120,000. But with this bug, we've done about 20,000 at most, which means yeah, we did actually kill the trains. So, let us go to a replay where I play as Vorazun. Again, 2nd prestige, Withering Siphon. Withering Siphon is required for this. And you will need the enemy. You will need a specific enemy composition for this. It's either Ground Zerg, the Roach, or Ground Zerg Classic, the Hydralisks and Lurkers. Because for this run, you will be a complete pacifist, meaning you will not kill anything. You will have 0 kills for this game, and you will let all the trains pass through, but just use the bug to make the trains not a thing, and bug out when they reach the end. So here's how we do it. So I've determined that the enemy is Ground Zerg Classic, so my ally did a little scouting for me. That's all I asked him to do. Scout the enemy, check that it's Ground Zerg Classic, and now that I've seen it, this is how I set up my wall. I put my pylon in this exact spot. You need to be careful, because the enemy will have lurkers, which will outrange the dark pylon if it's too close. So you need the dark pylon in spots where it will be completely out of range of the enemies, which is why I put it right beside my nexus in this layout. Yeah, it's in this layout. The bottom of the dark pylon touch the bottom of the nexus, and they're right beside each other. I build a gateway here. Double gas. You actually don't need to build your gases here. I just wanted to, you know, practice macro. That's why I'm getting some form of economy. But yeah, just build your wall at the ramp. Make sure it's airtight, that not a single unit will pass through. Otherwise, this strategy will not work. Okay.
Allied forces are under attack.
Allies sacrificing his workers. All of this is not important. The important thing is that you make sure that nothing will destroy your cloak wall. So this wall is airtight. You can test your wall by selecting a probe, right-clicking it just outside the wall. if it's able to find the way through, your wall's not complete. But if it goes down to the bottom and tries to go back up that way, so if it heads in this direction, southeast, that means your wall is good. So yeah, you put down your pylon such that the edge of the dark pylon field is just covering these two. But even this layout is still not far enough. Yeah, I think you have to have another dark pylon over here, just to cover these two. But hey, that's fine. But yes, the first part of the wall is now partially set. So let's go to the bottom now. I'll add another dark pylon over here. So the position of this dark pylon, notice that here's the position. Here's the key, guys. Here's what I use. Notice that there's a little boxy heart thing over here, a heart shape, in this spot. At the bottom of the bottom of the heart shape, that's where the top of your dark pylon should be. That's how you remember it, guys. The bottom of the heart shape is where the top of the pylon should be. And then complete your wall here. I'll add the pylon there just to make sure it's really airtight. And then the gateway. You can just do all forges. It really doesn't matter. All forges is probably better, to be honest. Just to make sure that you won't ruin the run. Okay. Yeah, I have completed the wall. So now I think I will add another dark pylon here at the side. I'm just making buildings. I'm just teching up, just to spend my money or something. There we go. So I put down a pylon at this position. So what will happen is the very edge of this new dark pylon is just touching these buildings, so that they will all be cloaked even if this pylon dies. In fact, I will kill this pylon myself, so that the enemies will not splash down these gateways as they kill this pylon. Check out this positioning, guys. It's about yeah, 3 squares to the right, 1 square up from the first one you put there. I think if you put the first pylon here, you will not, the power field will not reach low enough that you'll be able to build these. You should maybe add a pylon. Maybe you can start with a pylon down here, and then put down dark pylon. That's also one way that works. But the key is that the pylon should be further range than the enemy can attack it. You just make sure that the very edge of the dark pylon touches the middle of these buildings, so that they will outrange the enemies, the lurkers that will try to destroy that pylon. So you can see I'm destroying this pylon on my own, and just make sure that these buildings are still cloaked. If one of them decloaks, you have to put down a new pylon down here, and that will probably ruin the run, because this is very energy sensitive.
One of the trains is leaving its station now.
And I think this one's also a bit too close. Check this out. So this pylon's a bit too close here. The edge of the dark pylon extends past the buildings, which means that a lurker in this very spot, will probably be able to attack this pylon and destroy it. So you'll need another backup pylon a bit further back. You can see the first wave is over here, derping out. They're not able to attack because they can't see the wall. Here's the secret, guys. As Vorazun, you are very susceptible to making the enemy spawn detectors. And it is really annoying if the enemy is Terran. But there is a way to force the enemy to not make detection as Vorazun. The way you do that is, do not attack the enemy using cloaked units. If you don't actually attack using your Dark Templar, using Cloaked Corsairs or Cloaked Oracles, if you don't attack with Void Rays or Stalkers within Dark Pylons, or Cannons in Dark Pylon fields, you will not trigger the enemy to start making detection. This is the key to this run. The whole key that keeps it together. Because as soon as a single cloaked unit, swipes at one of these units, or the train, the run is over because the very next wave, the enemy will send detection and they will destroy your wall. Remember, make sure not to attack or use Shadow Fury on any unit. If you hit them with an attack or Shadow Fury, the next wave will have detection and will ruin your wall. So you have to be careful with this run. So here's what I do. I spawn the Shadow Guard over here, but I do two important things. I disable the autocast on Shadow Fury, and I disable the autocast on Void Stasis. Disabling those will make sure you control when you use these, because you don't want the Shadow Guard to accidentally stasis a cannon here, which will render it unable to stasis the train. So you have to make sure that you will be the one to trigger it. So yeah, right click the command card here to disable the stasis and the Shadow Fury. And how you path it is you send one to the north of the spot, blink down, and then as usual go for the second train or the second car of the train. I'll try to edge in, try to get vision of the second train, and yeah, when I see it, I manually stasis the second car of the train and then shift, right click back. There we go. Just make sure it runs back after performing the stasis and make sure it does not attack. Again, if you attack one of these escort units, the next wave will have detection. Make sure not to attack them. And again, just blink up. Yeah, just keep this safely at the back of the base. This escort will not have any detection. They will not be able to shoot this Pylon. It's too far back. They do not have vision of it. Next wave will be arriving soon. It is actually here now. And they will also not be able to come through because the wall is cloaked. They cannot attack the wall. It's pretty nutty if you think about it. Because if there's a whole wall of stuff, then theoretically you should just keep, hitting whatever's in front of you and eventually hit the wall. But that's not how logic works in Starcraft. Especially co-op. Alright. So once again, I use the Shadow Guard. Watch carefully, watch the Archons carefully. They will stop having the autocast. I switched off the autocast manually by right clicking them on the command card. So I will blink this Dark Templar down here. And you want to be as unrisky as possible on this run. It's a bit risky if you go after the second car right away, but these cars are pretty long. They have these trains are pretty long. They have 13 cars, so you're not allowed to hit the first one or the last 4, but anyone in the middle is a-okay. So you can wait for the escort to pass through on the second train. Just wait for the escort to pass through and just stasis one of those at somewhere around the middle, and then run back immediately. Again, make sure stasis and void stasis are off autocast, and that will trigger. Actually, can I? No, I can't. You can see. You can actually see the minimap. You can actually see the cars and the train on the minimap. There's a gap here where the stasis train is, and I've moved it back. You can see it there.
The enemy moves against him.
I'm just building pylons here to gain vision for blinks.
Upgrade complete.
Just spending my money. I don't really need to, but it's good practice. So, check this out. This lurker here, technically, can attack this pylon if it has vision, but it's too far. If I kept the first pylon here, in this spot, at the bottom of the heart, that will trigger the lurker to go in this spot, burrow here, and attack the pylon. That's why I put up the second pylon over here as backup, so that the lurker will not be able to do anything. Okay. So I'll wait for the Shadow Guard to be available again. There it is. So here it is. So this time, if you want to be super unrisky, you can go to this you can go to this bit of high ground, wait for the train to pass by north, and then manually use the void stasis there. I will use it later, but I don't need to do it yet because it's still pretty accessible. And I gotta get this this bonus train because I promised earlier that I would. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh yeah, I do go to the high ground. All right. I wait for the train to pass. You can see with the void stasis and Shadow Fury switched off, the Shadow Guard will not aggro to that part of the wave. So I have this other Shadow Guard here. I just blink downstairs. Wait for the train to pass by. Patiently. Then Stasis the second car, and then recall out of there. Make sure that the Dark Templar or the Shadow Guard does not attack anything.
For our base. They don't look too friendly.
That should be it. Just watch the minimap, guys. Got more enemy waves here.
Got a pair of trains.
And that will kill. That will kill the third train, and that will get us the first bonus. Like so. You can see that both of the bonuses are now there. So now we have the first double train again. I send this Shadow Guard up to this high ground. Wait for the train to pass. And once it's visible, I use the void stasis and then run back. The shift Q, the blink to the high ground, and the move command to deeper into the high ground. And I'll move the second Shadow Guard down there before that whole thing cross. Again, they still have no detection because they have not attacked anything with a cloaked unit. So this is a very dangerous this is probably the most dangerous maneuver you have, because the escort is so close to your forces that one wrong click, or if you don't click back fast enough, you will accidentally make the Shadow Guard aggro onto one of the enemies. So you gotta make it quick. This is probably the part where you have to be the quickest. Stasis this car, then shift click back right away, then recall out of there.
Got an enemy attack coming for our base.
Got another wave.
A main objective.
Again, doesn't matter what you build. I'm just building. Check this out. So as I mentioned earlier, this pylon is a little too close. With the brood queens giving high ground vision, the lurkers will be able to see this dark pylon, burrow under this spot, and start attacking this one. I have to build a backup dark pylon deeper in, about this place, so that it will not. So you can see the broods are trying to use their ensnares to reveal some cloaked units here, but there are none. So that puts a risk. These probes will probably be seen as cloaked units. Gotta move them out at some point. Not sure if it's now, but at some point I will move them out.
Leaving the station. Let's cause some delays.
That is very dangerous.
Looks like we're making good progress. We've knocked over
There it
roughly
is.
half their shipments.
Yeah, I do move them out. we gotta be careful here. This is a pacifist run. We have to do everything we can to make sure that it stays a pacifist run.
How you do it.
So far, neither me nor my ally have any kills. Again, we're waiting for a Shadow Guard. Alright. Shadow Guard has been used. Again, switch off autocast, Shadow Fury, and Void Stasis. Again, this 6th train is a long one, so you can kind of wait on the edge, or at the end of the escort rather. Again, guys, make sure it's not the first car or the last 4 cars. Any middle car is fine. I will stasis this spot and run back. Blink to the high ground and run deeper inside. That should be enough. Yeah, look, check this out. It was barely on the edge. Check out the minimap. There are 4 little squares that signify that we barely just got there. It was actually the 5th to the last car. If there had been a car behind, this would have failed. The train would have gotten in the station anyway, and would have lost the game. See here. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfectly placed. Look, the lurker is actually here in position, but the dark pylon is just too far back. It cannot get here. Here comes a double train. And that will destroy that main objective. So we're now 6 out of 9. Alright. Shadow Guard is available once again.
Client's willing to pay extra.
Again, switch off autocast.
You take him out. Amon's mad.
Oh,
and I'm happy.
make sure not to aggro onto those roaches. Make sure not to kill those roaches. They're destroying whether the pylons are built here, that is fine. As long as they don't see any cloaked units or get attacked by any cloaked units, we are fine. They can destroy those pylons, they're free. Alright, so stasis that. They blink back up. Okay, now this is the second trickiest part. Look at all those escorts. Okay. Ooh, that's very dangerous. Ooh. That is probably the quickest I've ever collected.
Our foes are headed for us. Be
Alright.
ready to defend.
We'll get the other bonus. And here at the bottom. Again, they will not make detection if you don't attack. Again, the second car. Then recall out of there.
A main objective has nearly escaped.
Alright. So. This next part is important. The last train will always have a hybrid behemoth, which is a detector. So, the hybrid behemoth, if you let it escort the train, it will always see your Shadow Guard, and that will make it not a pacifist run, because it will actually aggro and stuff, and you'll actually have to kill them. So there is a way to get around that, and that is by time stop. You see, I have not used my time stop not even once during this whole run because I've actually saved a timestamp, and that timestamp is 23 minutes and 30 seconds. What is special about 23 minutes and 30 seconds? That is the window. Actually, the window is about 23 minutes and 23 seconds up to 23 minutes and 34 seconds. But just so it's convenient, I just picked 23 minutes 30 seconds. That is time where if you hit time stop on that, the escort wave of the last train will be in position, but if you hit time stop during that, they will be bugged out and they will not escort the train. They will just stand in position and they will be stuck there. That is another bug that you need to do a perfect pacifist run of Oblivion Express as Vorazun. Again guys, 23 minutes and 30 seconds. You have to hit time stop at that exact moment. If you use any time stop before, you have to add 20 seconds for each time stop you use because time stop has a 20-second duration. So for each time stop you use, add 20 seconds to 23:30. So the first was 23:50 then. If you use 2, that's 24:10. It's easier just go 23:30 and not use any time stop. That's honestly the best option.
The enemy is gunning for our probes.
Those are fine, those are not cloaked, so they are fair game. Okay. Here comes the moment. 23:30, I will drop time stop. Yeah, again you have a 10-second window, but 23 minutes 30 seconds is the exact timestamp where you want to use time stop. Let's watch the clock here. On the bottom left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time stop. There we go. Now, what happens is the train is moving, but the escort is already waiting for it, so they will kind of bug out of position. They will bug out. The escort wave will become desynced with the train, and they will not move along with it. So once this unfreezes, once this whole wave unfreezes, there it is. Yeah, the train is already past them, so they're very much out of position. Finally, I deploy the Shadow Guard, switch off autocast. Check this out. I will see the 9th train.
The enemy is en route to our base.
Check this out, guys. You will see the 9th train, but no escort. No escort. Not a single enemy unit standing there. That means we executed the time stop to perfection, and we will not have any escorts on that last train. It works on any wave, but you only really need it for the last wave. That will pass through unharmed, but also undefended. There it is, the bugged train car. That will pass through. And once it goes to the end,
main objective has...
I reckon they're running out of
they're
hard.
setting an extra train in case we missed it, but it's not necessary. It is actually not necessary. Because as soon as the bugged car hits the exit, it will bug out and explode the whole train
A main objective
and end the
has
game
been
with
destroyed.
all objectives
Well
complete,
done. It
including
has
the bonuses,
fallen.
and 0 kills.
Victory is ours.
Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you have an idea for what else you can do, please leave that in the comments. Let's see the score screen. Here it is. Victory, Oblivion Express Brutal 2601. 0 kills for me, 0 kills for my ally, completely pacifist. And train damage, check it out, 2145. That's all the train damage we did for the whole game. And that is all off of Void Stasis. Ally did kill like 8, I think those are pylons? 8 pylons? It's actually surprising he killed that many. Spine Cross had 8 kills. I'm actually not sure what those 8 things are. That is weird. But yeah, they did kill that stuff, but it's completely irrelevant because that is how you complete Oblivion Express completely pacifist. No kills. Not even any single attack. And I will see you guys next time.